kids inside. In the video, he shows off a 2x4 meant to jam the school's exit door. Across it in black marker, no escape. He bragged it was for the emergency exit, and he likely knew exactly where terrified children would run because his mother once worked at the school and he reportedly attended it until 2017. So, John Deneen, the FBI says they're investigating the shooting as a hate crime incident against Catholics, also domestic terrorism. But Minneapolis officials, they say the motive is still elusive. They're unclear as to why a Robin born Robert would ever target young worshipers at Mass at the start of school.
Thanks so much, Jason Matera. We appreciate your reporting.
Very disturbing.
Very much so. Let's continue this conversation as we try to search for answers amid yet another school shooting tragedy.
Well, joining us now, Amy Swearer. She is a senior legal fellow for the Heritage Foundation and a school shooting expert, and Michael Sapercone, a retired NYPD detective and security expert. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Amy, we'll start with you. What are your initial reactions to Jason's report and yesterday's vicious attack?
Well, unfortunately, none of this is too surprising. It follows a fairly consistent pattern with what we've seen historically with many of these individuals. These are individuals who clearly are not mentally well, who appear to have been showing signs leading up in the days and months of being mentally unwell. Who glorify past shooters of a similar nature, who unfortunately in this case again seems to have been a lawful gun owner, was not someone who, despite all of these signs and symptoms, these warning signs, was a prohibited person. He had not yet committed a felony, he had not yet been institutionalized, and so was able to buy his guns perfectly legally. And this is unfortunate that this is the same sort of pattern we've seen over and over again. And it's a difficult thing to stop if you don't have people around this individual who are willing to step up and to report these same sorts of warning signs that we see over and over. As you can tell from these videos, this is not someone who snapped overnight. This is someone who put a lot of thought, effort, and time into figuring out how to kill innocent children as they sat in Mass. And it's a difficult thing to stop, especially when your focus is on terrorizing other lawful gun owners and blaming them for the actions of a mentally ill and dangerous and violent person.
So true. And Mike, we're seeing more and more of these horrific acts of violence. What tools should law enforcement have to monitor and stop these threats without being handcuffed by PC, political correctness?
Well, everything Amy says